Alrighty, here we are at this inn that I was talking about yesterday. We got, well, let's just turn around so I can show you what's going on. Alright, so this is what we are working with right here. Moving little furniture out. There was actually something real cool right here. It was a little footstool, and it folded out to be like a super tiny bed, which was kind of cool. It was on wheels, but this is it. They're like, I guess they're kind of like a little mini suite or something. But 30 foot, 29.6, and there's going to be a seam right over there. So we'll just get everything out, start tearing up and see what's going on. We are using a felt pad under this. I came up here and checked on these like a year ago, and when I pulled the corner back, the tack strip just came with it. So I'm anticipating we're going to have to replace all the tack strip in order to get a proper stretch on this stuff. So let's just start tearing up and see what goes on. I've been back in Tennessee now for about 3 years, and been working laying carpet and flooring for about 3 years, and this is actually the very first time I've seen a latex doorway like you should. And just look at that. Look at that. That's why these transitions still look nice here without any fraying and stuff like that. Look how it holds whenever you try to pull that up. See that? That's why latex is a good idea. See this? Nice and clean and pretty. Same thing right there. Those are still nice after all this time. Yep, latex in the gullies is the way to go. Alrighty. We got the demo done, and I am pleasantly surprised. I am happy to say all the tack strip, I didn't have any issue with any of it not holding good. And there's none of it that's really too far away to use. That's probably the extent of it right there, which that's still within standards, as you know, it's not too bad. It's 3/8, it's a little far for the commercial carpet, but with the base, it's gonna be okay. So, I am happy to see all the tack strip was good and solid. So, with that being said, fixing to scrape over that stuff, vacuum it up. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Alrighty. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Yep. Had to put down and take out and put down and take up pad 3 times just to get rid of some junky pad. It was way thicker, and with this felt, you can definitely feel the density difference. So I was like, oh my goodness, up and down with pad, up and down pad, up and down pad, up and down. That's why you see a seam here, and a seam there. It's like, just couldn't get rid of the fatness. It don't matter how much I cut over into it, it just kept being fat and thick and noticeably thicker. So I ended up just cutting all that off, putting a whole piece in here. It's like, my goodness. Anyway, Oakley dokily artichokey. So we got it all laid out in here. Got our fill piece. The gentleman that was doing these rooms before me left that for me to do my fill. So it should be one piece, I believe. I ain't got it rolled out yet, but I believe it's big enough to do it in one piece. We got it here. Straightened off of this wall. You might be able to see my row that I run right there, all the way down through here to measure. got it all cut down. All the way up and through here, everything laying flat, ready to make the seam. And then start stretching. Whenever I would latex my seams like this, I used to make an extra crawl than what I have to, because I always like to go across the bottom like that and wipe off what gets on the bottom, and then crawl back up the length of my seam, pinching it in my finger like that to push it into the side of it. I now have it in one complete method, so I don't have to crawl back and forth, crawl back and forth, crawl back and forth. I could do this and come back down one time and I'm good. So just as you seen right there, and then back up with the pinch motion. Down, back up with the pinch motion. Down, back up with the pinch. So I just shoot, open-handed back, pinching forward. That wipes it off the back, coming this way, pinching it, going forward, pushes it into the deepest recesses of the backing. I am working my seam this direction, and if you will look down there, you'll see that that is not even put together yet down there. And this carpet definitely come off of a couple different rolls, and the color, maybe just different parts of the roll, maybe, I don't know, but definitely different. And pattern elongation is an issue with this. That's why I chose to start putting my seam together in the center. Do this end, then I'll start back in the center and finish that out. That way I can adjust. That end mainly needs adjusted to make everything match up. Pattern elongation correction with the proper tools made sense. We done. We done. We are done, ta-ta, we are done, ta-ta-ta. It's some pretty carpet. I like the way it looks. Actually didn't work too bad either. I was not happy at all with the way that seam turned out. The seam was good, just too different. Too different, look at that. Looking straight down on it. Cock-a-doodle-doo, son. See? Over there it's not bad. And then in other spots, it's awful. It is just crazy, man. Ain't nothing I can do about that, though. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Check this out. I thought this was kind of cool. Watch this little footstool here. I've never seen this before. I've stayed in tons of hotels, but I've never seen this. Look at it. This is a daggum little fold-out bed. Ain't that crazy? What looks like a little footstool is actually a little fold-out bed. Oh my goodness. It's just so crazy. Straight up crazy, Luke said. So now that we are done with this, we now have to go do just a little bit of repair work on the second floor here. The guy that always does work, that did all these other rooms, we got to go restretch a little bit of stuff and just pretty some stuff up, a little spot here and there and stuff that the maintenance man right off the bat yesterday when we got here is like, hey, can you blah, 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 blah. I was like, I don't know, we'll take a look at it and see. So I guess we're gonna go blah, 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 okay? Anyway, we'll see what we're getting into. Alrighty, so this is what's going on right now. Well, hurry up, I actually got this room rented and somebody should be coming anytime. You see the ripples right there, right there. Right there, there's actually something right there too, and actually right here on the other side of the bed, right there it is, you see it right there. See it? You see that? So, I ain't moving the bed. It's got a solid frame under it. See, yeah, I'm not moving that. So what I'm gonna do is just get my stretchers. I told the guy I'm simply gonna pull it flat so we can get in and get out because they got people coming to this room. So just pull that flat, take my kneeless. That's right, my kneeless. Pull, pull, pull. Come back over here with my kneeless. Pull, pull, pull. Be done with it. Call it a day, yo. Call it a day. This is the kind of stuff that this area of Tennessee promotes as quality work. Always see stuff like this. If you guys follow my channel on a regular basis, you know that we always see stuff like this, okay? I mean, it's not uncommon whatsoever. I mean, whatsoever. To see work like this. I was going to say craftsmanship, but this is not even craftsmanship, okay? This is straight up hackmanship. That's exactly what it is. These guys are getting $6.75 a yard. Okay? Okay? How? I'm going to say it again. How am I unjustly for asking for $9 a yard? It just is not possible to even look at it like that. When you're giving almost $7 a yard, as a matter of fact, probably, because this is a patterned carpet, probably $7.60 a yard, okay? How come there's an issue, since this is a patterned carpet, for paying $12 a yard, $11 a yard? Is there an issue?
Another one bites the dust. We got that one done, and tomorrow we're going back over to finish up those steps finally. So I am glad of that. I'm not really glad to be going back over there, but I'll be glad to be done with them. We'll put it that way. Definitely a learning experience on how to price that stuff. So I am super glad that I done it. Anyway, I wanted to point out, I definitely wasn't angry earlier. I was just being stupid. I act goofy quite often at work. So those of you that don't know that, don't take no offense to that, because I was not angry. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to the Daily Grind. Until tomorrow, FBSB's out.